Hello. Hello very much, chat. Zaz. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why I said that like a YTP and V. Like a YTP. Zaz. I wish I could do like flawless YTP impressions. There's a great video of a couple people, they're like voice actors or whatever, and they just go back and forth and do an impression of YTPs. And they're really, really good at it to the point where it sounds like they're sentence mixed. Strong Badman 47 with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Let me change my alert box settings because there's like a moderation delay on it.
I'm your one-size-fits-all favorite friend.
Here it is. Let's do 2 seconds. So that way if it's bad, I can cancel it. Nova Kane, hello. First time chat from viewer. I see you. You are new. Welcome.
I'm your one-size-fits-all favorite friend.
Today's dystopia. The Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Hello, gamers. I'm just hanging out. Hey, yo. This isn't Goblin Commander. So I have gotten an ISO of Goblin Commander legally. But I'm still trying to figure out the best settings for Dolphin because I haven't looked into it that much. VR chat, when? Soon. I actually have to figure out OVR toolkit, and then once I have that really dialed in, then we'll do some VR chat streams in like some private worlds. I don't want to do any public world ones just because like I have no interest in getting banned legally. Precisely. I reckon.
Guess who's back in town?
Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, Dig Dug Juma, Harvest Moon, White's Castle Pokemon, Toe Jam and Erlin Panic on Funkotron.
Guess who's back in town?
Let's check out the Metaverse Walmart store. Yeah, let's do it, baby. Jundle, fantastic username, great username. And Kishina Suda, thank you for the big follow. Hello. Happy to finally catch one of your streams live. This is my second one under the ooh! Tuffy Kuma with the 5 gift subs. Thank you. You started a hype train. I feel so poggers. I need like a little train conductor hat. Hold on. Well, let's do that. Let's get a little train conductor hat. PNG. Train conductor hat. Transparent. Oh, we gotta get one real quick. Oh god, that's not transparent. I hate fake transparent images.
I'm your one-size-fits-all favorite
Oh my god. Please. Color. Transparent. Okay. This one will... this one sucks. Oh, it's like the TF2 one. Let's do this one. Downloads. Let's do it to the desktop real quick. Okay, and then we gotta open VC Face. Settings. Props. Add...
I'm your
this.
one-size-fits-all favorite friend.
Okay, now I... There. Hype train. Choo-choo. Can I like scale them up? Oh!
I'm your one-size-fits-all favorite friend.
I think I like it being like moderately small. She doesn't like my hair. Oh, there we go. This is the best one. Choo choo. There we go. I look like I work at like a fucking like a chicken joint. Hi, welcome to KFC. We love you. Do you want our extra big fuck bucket with extra cum stuff? In and out. Exactly. Is that a TF2 hat? Yes, it is. Take a number 4, number 9 large. I thought it being super tiny was the intention. That would have been funnier. But you see, I'm not funny. That's where I get you. Gotta I tip my hat to you, madame. I can't grab it. Hold on. You can have a big fat fried bucket. I got a bucket of chicken. Sorry, I was sipping my water. Cosmic Owl with a gift sub, thank you. It's a posture check. Don't listen. Just because you can see my model has gamer neck right now doesn't mean that I have gamer neck in real life. There's a good chance I have gamer neck in real life. Gamer neck is when you do when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Copium. KFC's gonna start selling plant-based fried chicken. Dude, you can't wait to get the KFC fuck soy. Dude, why would you go get HRT like me when you could just like go out and like eat KFC? It just dude, the Whoppers, I swear, it's real, it's real. It turned me into a girl. I'm not a girl anymore though, because I started eating just raw meat. That's it. I only eat raw meat. That's not true. That's not true at all. Gamer beats Dark Souls using only his neck. I feel like that's a thing. There's been like a lot of really great like disabled gamers and streamers that have just done like some pretty like solid feats with well, with their feats. Just like seeing the new what's that Xbox accessibility controller, the one that it's just like a bunch of 3.5 millimeter inputs and you can just plug whatever the fuck you want in there. Like that thing is just like revolutionary. Hallo from Deutschland, das beste Land after how do you say I don't speak German? Something sprechen Sie Deutsch. Gonna release a new champion. Yeah, Zeri. Zeri's really cute looking. Totally not totally not like her just because she's like green and her name rhymes with Perry. Hype Twain Poggers completed level 3. Level 3. Avarak with the tier 1 sub. Oh, thank you. Fancer HD nerd. I can't tell if that's like a username that's trying to. Why is the sub logo a full face helmet? That's my old sub logo from when I first started streaming, and I used to have my motorcycle helmets in the background when I streamed IRL, and I thought it was cool. And I had like an outrun theme. I'm gonna probably get those changed in a while, but I think they look really good right now, so I'll just keep. Yeah, since I lost my voice a couple days ago, or like a week ago, a week and a half or something like that now, I lost like the middle part of my register, so I can't like do funny screams anymore. So now it sounds like it's like not nearly as funny. I used to get like really high pitched. As the hype train's complete, I can take the hat off now. There we go. Way cuter though. Yeah, or depends who you ask. Well, we'll put the hat on every time we get a hype train. Let's do that. That is way more funny. Okay, it is funny, but I used to get like hilariously high pitched. It sounds like you were strangling psychic pebbles. We were watching Nanners and the rest of you shoujo yesterday. Me and Lost on the couch. And and we made the discovery that Iron Mouse and Psychic Pebbles are like the same species, like some endangered alien species that we have to like protect, and we have to like try and get them to mate in order to protect their species from dying out. They're like funny little creatures. Do the ooh voice again? What's the ooh voice? How do I do the ooh voice?
Ooh. Ooh.
Is that it?
Ooh. Ooh.
I can't do it. Resident Sleeper, I'll fucking kill you. I mean, I'll in Minecraft. Is this part of your made-up language, or are you talking about an anime? I don't watch anime.
Ooh.
Would I rather a plug suit or a cat suit? Well, like, a plug suit is just a fancy cat suit, but like, I'd probably rather have a plug suit because I think they look cooler than a plain cat suit. Get on Rusty's ooh level.
Ooh.
I lost that register of my voice. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're like asking me to do it, and I specifically said, like, specifically, do not. I can't go into that high pitch anymore. And you guys asked me, oh, do a cute high pitched uwu voice. I can't do that. I just told you. You don't even listen to me. You're not my mom. Yeah. Hairball. And tell us in the end if what I was saying in the previous live was fulfilled. I mean, some of your work. I feel like you're trying to get me to talk about the fact that I do pornography, like, as my main job, and I don't know what you mean. I'll cap it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you were just like trying to figure out like what emote to use. Yeah, I'm really bad at sarcasm. Really normal pitch sexy ooh voice. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Do an ooh in the deepest register. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. How's that? What is a plug suit? Plug suits are for it's like Evangelion, the fucking cat suits that they wear with like the cool tech on it. I'd want to get like a custom latex one. Andromeda has Andromeda's offered to let me buy an Asuka plug suit because I DM'd them. I was like, hey, can I get Samus cat suit? I'll pay you the $6,000 or whatever. And they're like, oh, we're not doing Samus anymore. It's a one-time only one person gets it. And I'm like, god damn, can I get like anything? And they're like, we got Asuka plug suits, we can make that for you. And I was like, well, an Asuka plug suit is cool, but if I'm spending $3,000 on an Andromeda latex cat suit, I want to make sure I get the one that I really truly do want, rather than any of them, you know. Or Black Ray was the other option, which I that probably would have been the one that I would have gotten. But I wish. I wish. Is my mouse still on my screen? Where is it? Where's my mouse? No, it's not. Fuck you. You lied to me. You. Hey Soda, you played Halo Infinite? I have. I really enjoy it. Yeah, for 3K, get what you really, really want, or you'll always be a little disappointed. I'll always wish that. Oh man, I wish I got like something more unique. Hand movements are getting better. I changed the position a little bit. I'm still like trying to figure out exactly where I want. I did get somebody to get the. Somebody asked if I got the blend shapes. I did find somebody I could commission, so it's gonna be in about 2 months. I'll have better tracking for for this. So like about 2 months for them to start, and they should be able to knock it out in like a weekend. Because this model is really, really well rigged, and has like proper vertex groups for pretty much everything you need. But I don't know how to do it. How are you taking care of latex? How long would one of those 3K cat suits last? Well, if you know how to properly take care of latex, it can last for years upon years upon years. The oldest pieces of latex I have are 4 years old, and they're perfectly serviceable. I think one piece of latex that I've ever owned got destroyed, and it was because I fucked up. How many mouth options does it have? Like there's a limited amount of flap configurations, I'm sure. Do I look like Andy Serkis in my room? I don't know who Andy Serkis is. I know, I just kind of look like... I look like this, but not wearing makeup and a little bit more raggedy. I'm sure you're somebody who just joined and doesn't really know who I am. So in that case, yes, I look like Andy Serkis in my room. The dude that mocaps Gollum. God, I wish I looked like Andy Serkis in my room. Yeah, that's it. And now that you say Andy Serkis, I know exactly what you mean. No, you don't actually have to wear like any mocap rigs or anything like that for like VC face stuff. I'm Monkey Commander. That Benedict Cumberbatch. No, he did Smaug in the live action ones.
Guess who's back in town?
Mercy AD, thank you for the big follow. Who's the guy who does all the other monsters like the Pan's Labyrinth and Shape of Water? Tom Jones, that's it. Doug Jones? Something Jones. Is it Doug? Just Doug. Just Doug. Doug Jones? Yeah, that's it. Tom Jones. Who's Tom Jones? He's got to be like a jazz... Sounds like a jazz guy. He sounds like a jazz cat. Brit Action Gamer Pepperoni with the resub. Thank you for the 6 months.
How's streaming again?
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Tom Jones is a Vegas performer. Doug Walker? Wrong Doug. Tom Jones is the not unusual singer. Tom Jones is a yeah, it's Tom. That's not Tom Jones. Doesn't do. Who's what's new Pussycat? And that's not Tom Jones, is it? Yeah, it is Tom Jones. What the fuck is going on? He's Welsh? He's not Welsh. He's Welsh? Nah, nobody's from Wales. That's a lie. He's the least, like, I think if you asked me, like, oh, name a famous Welsh person, Tom Jones is among the last 10, I would guess. Scout meets Tom Jones. Yeah, Tom Jones is he thinks that Tom Jones is his father. But it's actually Scout or the spy. The surname Jones is a hint. Jones isn't a fucking hint. Christian Bale is Welsh. I would have guessed Christian Bale first. Gonna leave and play Ready or Not in a few. Ready or Not's the spiritual successor to SWAT, right? It looks good. The Welsh have a place called the Isle of Man. They are clearly fictional. I mean, the only thing I know about Isle of Man is that's where the motorcycles go. Ready or Not looks cool. I watched a lot of Dude's Island. They have talking rats on the Isle of Man, too. Talking rats. Oh, God, I just forgot what I was saying. Archipelago, bro. Come on. You guys need to work on your puns. Kind of rough, but fun. It's still an alpha, isn't it? Hairball. Water. Yum, 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 yum. I should get like some fruit gummies or something. I need to add more props because the props are funny. Props are all. Everyone loves props. Yeah, that's one of my favorite like Who's Line segments is whenever they do props, and you get handed just like a piece of junk, and you have to make little bits out of that piece of fucking garbage. Junk. Speaking of junk, Uwu, thank you for the follow. It always devolves into the props being a dick. Oh, of course. Isn't VTubing itself a prop? Exactly. Like I like to call it digital puppetry, digital puppet theater. Especially when you start like V-Shoujo was talking about like a big old. They were doing, oh, we want like stories for these characters. Oh, we want Silver to sort of be emblematic of nature in this sort of V-Shoujo world. We want Nyanners to be the cosmos. We want like all of these individual almost deities or representations of greater forces. It's like, yeah, that's at that point that's digital puppet theater. Yum, yum, yum. See you, Walrus. Hey. Goodbye. Hello. I like when girls use me. Hey, you can't say that here. You can't say that on TV. We're on the radio. You can't say that. Drew Carey is almost some kind of god of sort. He's like the world's shittiest god of chaos. Every stand-up when I was doing comedy hated props. I love props because I find my comedy, because I used to do improv in school. I wasn't a theater kid, but I was dating a theater kid, and she would always drag me to improv's rehearsals. And then eventually they just adopted me because they kept picking me for like shit. Exactly, yes, and so I became a member of the improv team because we did it was comedy sports is what it was called, because we went to like improv competitions. And I ended up being like the best for our school, and we won like competitions and stuff. Improv Olympics. I would like to have called it that. Opinion on Dave Chappelle, he's shit. He used to be funny, but now he's more interested in cultivating a right-wing audience than actually being funny. Comedy sports is popular at schools. Yeah, I fucking, yeah. Comedy sports is pretty, I loved it. Even though I really didn't fucking, how do you win at improv? It was by how loud the audience cheered. Or how much they laughed. It was just like, All right, at the end of it, they go, okay, which team? And whoever cheered louder. That's how we did it. It was fun. It was cute. You know when you've won an improv. Yeah, I've had like oohs thrown at me before, like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Everybody was thinking it, but you shouldn't have said it. I've had those. I love those because they always turn into laughs. I didn't know about Norm Macdonald at the time, but if I knew about Norm Macdonald, I would have really leaned into that. Where it's just like, the more you get somebody to feel bad about a joke, the funnier it becomes. Like, to get somebody to laugh at something horrible, and then just, why would you laugh at that? That's that's a terrible thing. Why would you say that? No, Norm. I didn't even know he was sick. Just like that awful tragedy, 9/11. 9/11 was a national tragedy. Regardless. James Mocha, Utopian 239, thank you both for the follow. The Onion makes the best 9/11 joke. I love me a good 9/11 joke. As somebody who I was born in 99, so like my whole life, my conscious life has been in a post 9/11 world. Telling people you're still processing it, that's a good joke. Yeah, I think I'm just still processing. If I said that, that'd be really fucking funny. Cause I'm 22. You know, like I was like 2 years old or whatever during 9/11. No, I was almost 2. Because believe it or not, I know what day 9/11 was on. Yeah. I love when Euphoria Rue was born. I feel so bad because I'm in Euphoria. I've been in it twice now. And I still haven't watched any of it. But like, fuck, I think I've talked about how much I really enjoy. I don't think I can talk about any of it. Never mind. Shush. Shush. Next topic. I very much enjoy their artistic direction. Sam, the director, fantastic, has a great vision. Fuck, like, do they know how to light a scene? And they did sort of like, I've asked them a bit, like, okay, why do this? Why do that? And really just adding haze really is what makes it look so good. Just add a shit ton of haze, so I have to buy a fog machine. I actually also learned how they do fogging for outdoor scenes. And it's not great for the environment, but you just like, you pour some mineral oil in an insect fogger, and you turn that sucker on. Oh, just add more lens flare. They have some really simple flares. They don't shoot on anamorphic or anything. I believe they just shoot on RE primes. But yeah, they fill things with haze, so it gives everything a beautiful soft glow. Like in the scene we shot, they had a really beautiful yellow edge highlight, but there was so much haze in the room that also lit the other side of your face. Oh, it was like mwah, mwah. It like gave everything that soft glow. It's so beautiful. I will feel bad about making performers perform in a hazy room though. Would shooting anamorphic cost a lot more for a big production or like that? No. I mean, they're shooting for TV though. They're shooting for streaming services. So they got to be thinking about, okay, this isn't going to be in CinemaScope. This isn't going to be in an IMAX theater. 16 by 9 is probably your best aspect ratio. So shoot in that, you know, or shoot in just around it and crop. How tall am I? I'm 5'7". What do you think about doing a short film? I've thought a lot about doing short films, but I really don't have one that makes me go, oh, that's the one, you know, that's perfect. That's the one I want to film. A professional G&E and a kick-ass DP, you know, to light shit is probably most important. Crew expensive filmmaking, yes. Marcel is the DP in, I believe he's the DP. He's either the DP or producer. No, he's definitely the DP of fucking Euphoria, and he's just fantastic. He's just fucking fantastic. So pointed and like. You see, when I do my lighting, there's a lot of guesswork, and I'm like figuring things out. I'm like, that doesn't really work. That does kind of work, because I'm still, you know, learning all that. The guy just looks in the monitor and goes, all right, can we get a PA to move the whole rig on the right 2 feet to the right, like 2 feet. All right, 35 degrees. Fold down the top French flag at 2 inches, and it just like he's like tells them exactly what to do, and it's fucking amazing. You could also mess around with lighting in Blender to experiment. I mean, I have equipment here at home, so I might as well do that. And like things that in the digital realm will always look different in real life. Should just hire a cinematographer or take some classes for it. No, I'll just learn it myself. Because taking classes for it, they're going to teach you how to light for a dialogue scene. When, you know, okay, soft key light, 45 degrees, that sort of thing. They're not going to teach you how to light the things that I'm going to need to learn how to light. A DP friend of mine at my master's showed me his coursework, and it looked like an engineering course. Yeah, you'll end up just with sheets upon sheets of paper. Germa male. I'm not a Germa male just because I'm 5'7". Listen here, Buster. I'm not a Germa male. It's an insult to Germa. Optimal size for what, huh? No, go ahead, say it. What am I the optimal size for, huh? Baggage shay. Yeah, I'm carry-on size. There it is. There it is, baby. That's what we were waiting for. 3090 Ti size. Dude, I have a 3080 or no, a 3090, and fucking the water block on it it's oh god, it's just fucking gargantuan. When I was a Germa man, not spelled like that. And then cool, you've seen at CES. I was going to go to CES before it got canceled because of Omicron. I was gonna hang out with the gamers. Finally, the collab you've all been waiting for. Guess your stuff would be closer to music video lighting. Yeah, it would be closer to music video lighting. In fact, I find a lot of inspiration from music videos, and I think that music videos are kind of like the next step for... I'm not gonna spoil anything. No spoil, no spoil. What's the difference between music video lighting and, well, film lighting? So, music videos are kind of made for what looks cool, you know? And film lighting is very much, oh, we want our lighting to tell a story. You know, we want to purposefully place every light in such a way so that not only can you see and understand exactly what's supposed to be happening, but also we need motivation for this lighting. Yeah, music videos are meant to be hyper real. Yeah, it's more like it's got some more funk to it. Dude, I can't wait to get rid of the name Ella. Like fucking, yeah, facsimile of reality. That's a good way of putting it. I'm filing a trademark for the name that I want to properly use, like in the future. But I actually have to do the rest of that right now. I should do that because yeah, I'm fucking sick and tired of Ella. Like it Ella is just fuck. It's a bad name, right? It's not just me. It's a fucking bad name. It's just, it sucks. But I need to actually file the rest of that trademark stuff. I'm not trademarking Germa. Germa Hollywood. New name. It's not bad. People are just weird about you with it. Yeah, it's like, it's not me, you know? Ella is not me. And when people expect it to be, it's weird. They go, oh, hello, Ella. Like, I think the time I was most comfortable on set was, okay, here's a day with 2 new people. You haven't shot with them before. But the director, you were on a mainstream set with them yesterday, and they called you by your real name all day. And so they really kind of forgot that your performer name is Ella, and they just called you by your real name all day on set. Yeah, hello pretty girl Ella, baby, I love you, marry me now. I hate that fucking garbage. Did you originally choose Ella yourself? Yes and no. I don't really want to talk about the name. Red tape to change names and needing a flight plan to change my contraption made of stickers and blankets above 3,000 feet. Cringe. Hairball. Audience not going to change, but the interactions are set on definitely something you should feel best with. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's honestly what matters the most to me. Because fan interactions are always going to be kind of okay, or really cringe, or generally pleasurable. Like that, there's no real like, oh man, you're fucking fantastic, dude, you're killer. I mean, no, I have a couple fans that are like, just killer. I love some of my fans, like they're great. Bella Bollywood is not taken, but it should be. Please do Paul Atreides. I do not want to do Paul Atreides. I want to do Fade Rautha. Actors getting called by their most famous character names as cringe of fans. Yeah. It's like, you don't call Mark Hamill Luke. I mean, I Mark would be okay with it. You never want to be a subreddit made about you. There is a subreddit made about me, and it's got like 50,000 people in it. I've been like trying to do tech support for VTuber shit or for like anything, and I ended up on subreddits with less people on it. Yeah, 50,000. Yeah, you don't call Jaleel White Urkel. If you call him Urkel, he's gonna fucking kill you. He'll kill you and then go, do I do that? I'm sure Mark Hamill gets called Luke at cons. Oh, I mean, yeah, like if you're at a con, you've signed up for the cringe. Why are there not 50k viewers here now? I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know. It's because none of my tweets get any traction whatsoever because I'm shadow banned. But there are actually like I was like reading the comments on it the other day. I don't like to read what people say about me on the internet anymore. Like that was a bad habit I had when I first started. But now I read it and it was like, oh, everybody was adjusting about he, they, or like when somebody didn't, like they were like, okay, I'll correct it. There was only one weird comment that had like upvotes, and it wasn't that awful. So I was like, yeah, okay, fathers. It was all right. Imagine Ben Schwartz getting called Sonic. Oh god, yeah, I think it's a voice actor's a special. You can call Guillermo del Toro Pacific Rim. Do not call him Pacific Rim. What about that green text about working out for you? Yeah, that was a while ago. And I did get sent that. I mean, I don't like go out and look for things about me. I used to, like, when I was 19, you know, like 3 years ago, I used to, like, you know, name search myself and stuff like that. See, what are people saying? What are people saying? Do they like me? Do they like me? And it was always just like, it's never worth it. Gorte, Benji Dios, thank you both for the follow. The Quiet Lurker, James Mocha, thank you for the follow. Utopian 239, thank you for the follow. Mwah. Online mediums are way different. Like Markiplier and PewDiePie are more personas than they are characters. Makes it harder. I don't know what you mean by the difference between persona and character there. Larry King. Welcome to Larry King Live. How do you explain Tim Allen? How do you explain, what does he say? How do you explain Tim Allen? Timothy the Toolman Taylor. There's an obvious layer of abstraction, but they're both generally like the character they portray on screen. Like a persona is more of like, oh,
Guess who's back in town?
it's less abstracted from the true self. Okay, I know what you mean by that then. A streamer persona is a bit muddier than actor character. Kind of jealous of my PC setup. That is my old PC setup. That's my stream PC now. The 3900 and the 1080 Ti, which is not even on, by the way, because turns out there are 0 HDMI 2.1 capture cards. It's been like 2.5, 3 years almost since this protocol come out. Nothing that can do 48 gigabits per second. I mean, that makes sense. 48 gigabits per second is a lot. And I imagine that the next like Elgato capture card that can do 4K 120 Hz 422 pass through is gonna be, it's gonna probably need like PCIe power in and have a fan on it and shit. It's gonna have to do actual processing. It's gonna have a proper lookup table for HDR content. Used to follow Bobby Burns. I don't know who any of those people are. Is that a chip shortage thing due to crypto? Chip shortage? Listen, I'm not like an anti-crypto type, and I'm not a crypto bro. But I can tell you for a fact that chip shortage is for a lot more reasons than just crypto. Crypto's an easy thing to point at and blame, but there are a million other reasons as to why we had a horrific chip shortage and still have one. Will you do a room tour of your setup? When I clean my room, and eventually when I have the space to redo it. COVID and port management. Yeah, and the big drought in Taiwan, fab capacity, the pandemic to run supply lines, all of it. There's so many goddamn reasons. Crypto is the cause of shortage of certain hardware, but the chip shortage in general was coming. It was really just graphics cards in like 2018 that you could single-handedly blame crypto on. When I clean my room, Germa male energy. I don't have a Reddit shelf. Okay, I do not have a Reddit shelf. I don't own any Funko Pops. I don't have a funny Pac-Man light. Listen. I don't have a Reddit shelf. I have a Samus shelf. It's got a Samus statue, a Samus plush, a Samus 3DS, 3 Samus Figmas, and the special edition of Metroid Dread on it.
Guess who's back in town?
I really like this. I really like Samus. I have a shelf for my bionicle collection out in the living room. Bonkles. Fill room with bonkles and Lego? No, because I will just like age regress in that room and become a baby. That is not the objective. Soda Cat U2's when? I'd rather do something more interesting than a vinyl pop figure. Like, I'd want, ideally though, a Figma.
Guess who's back in town?
Like a proper Figma. Like, if I could have anything in the in the world that I want, I'd get like a cool Figma. Because I know Good Smile is collabing with V Shoujo. So hit up Mountain Dew on Twitter. Tell him to get the first V Shonen. I love the fact that Gianni, the voice actor, follows me, because when I tweeted out that Bionicle Dream thing, because I had a Bionicle Dream again, and somebody was like, oh, we gotta get Gianni on this in the replies. And he was like, you need to do it like as like a grizzled war hero, and I immediately went BJ Blazkowicz. If you're going to read this, please read the I had the Bionicle Dream again post as BJ Blazkowicz. And he did. And that, I want you to know that people who didn't know it was my tweet sent me that video. Like 5 or 6 different people went, yo, I saw this video and I thought about you because I know you like Bionicles. I was like, yeah, it was my dream. I was the one in the dream. You don't understand. I was there. I saw the aisles. Do you main Samus in everybody's favorite video game, Super Smash Bros. Melee? I do not like Melee all that much. But yes, I did. The Bionicle Dream audio was top 5 funniest things of last year. It was really good. Because I think his BJ is really, really good. Now, don't take that out of context. If you can't handle me at my Bionicle 3 Web of Shadows, then you just don't deserve me at my Bionicle Mask of Light. I like is it Legends of Metro Nui? What's the second one? Secrets of Metro Nui? I like the Metro Nui one a lot, but Mask of Light is definitely my favorite. Web of Shadows wasn't that bad, was it? It was alright. I haven't watched it since I was a tiny baby kid, but it did have Rudaka, and that did do something to my monkey brain. Takua! Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Rudaka did have fat Bionicle tits. She did something to my brain. Did my mic cut off when I said Takua? Jolly cosplay when? I think Bionicle movies are on Amazon. Could do a watch party. They're on YouTube, like freely available. But I remember Germa, because they positioned Germa to watch Bionicle Mask of Light on stream. And Takua male. Chronicler pilled. But it turns out, like, even though it's free on YouTube, he doesn't have the right to distribute it because it could potentially go to countries that don't have the license for it. Germa is streaming right now. I want you to know that I skipped watching a Germa stream to come here with you guys. The Coley Chad versus the Wimpy Chronicler. Wee.
Yeah. 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 Woo.
Wait, isn't there a Miku interview scheduled? No, that's we did get a date for that. For right now, she hasn't like. She said, "Hey, do you want to do this day?" And I said, "Yeah, let's do that day." But she hasn't replied after that. So I'm just assuming that it's jotted down in the calendar for that day. But I'm not gonna say anything.
Guess who's back in town?
Not Miku, Miko. Anonymously. A good Zay. Thank you both for the follow. Suspicious user monitored ban evader possible. Immediately asking me an inappropriate question. Listen, I should probably specify in the rules, like, hey, let's not talk about... Because it's not like I'm not proud of it. I love my job. I really do. But it's not what we talk about here. Get auto-modded, idiot. Exactly. Migo had too many edibles last stream, so she might have forgotten some things. That's so based. We should both have an edible before the interview. That would be great. That was cute. I like that. I love this model, dude. Squirrel Grill.
I'm your one-size-fits-all.
Thank you for the tier 1 sub.
friend.
And welcome. You make fart noises. Don't make fart noises during my interview. I did that during Adriana's. Did I like Exoforce and the massacre of bionicle parts they used? I liked Exoforce a lot as a kid. I especially really loved the bad guys, the little robot drones. I didn't have any Exoforce sets except for one tiny, like, one of the polybag, like, oh, here's a robot drone and a little guy. Like a super tiny set that had one robot drone. But my friend down the street had like the base and like 3 of the robots. He was more into Exoforce and I was still into Bionicle. But I still really liked it. And I remember reading recently, there's a Lego designer did an interview or just like a Twitter thread talking about like the rules of engagement of, okay, how do we make a construction toy nowadays? How do we make a posable mech? And one of the things is that Exoforce taught them exactly how not to do it. Like, it has to be able to stand on its own without fiddling with it. So that typically means that no knees anymore, which explains a lot. The giant 4-legged walker. Yeah, the big like spider walker. He had that too. I think it had a light brick in it, and like the one drone, like I think it was a gold drone, was like plugged into it, and you could like make his eyes glow. Knees gone. Exactly. It has a similar art style to some of Snuffy's models. Well, there's a good reason for that. Same person modeled this. The lovely Lily, Atelier Bunny on Twitter. Atelier Bunny did a couple of Snuffy's early models. And Snuffy's actually like one of my favorites. I like Snuffy. Yeah, I like Snuffy. Oh, stuff. Oh my. Exoforce, hey, do you like light piping? I love light piping. Yeah, that's exactly. That's their Twitter. Snuffy's based. Exactly. They also did Sweets model, right? Did they do Sweets model? I don't know that. If they did, that's Poggers. And that would also explain why Sweets' model has got a similar vibe. I gotta do a collab with Sweets. That'd be Poggers. Especially now that I've sort of stepped into their space. I think Sweets did their own model. I know they did their own rigging. And they have their own tracking application. But I believe that they did their own model. Taylor, Alaska, you should use webcam again. I like seeing your face a million times more than this VR chat model shit. Bang. See ya, Taylor. I have Snuffy's J from the merch collab they did. They did a merch collab? I don't actually, I haven't. I try not to watch too much V Shoujo because I like it too much. And I will like full on go like full simp and like dive into it. So I can't. So don't actually don't answer that question. Don't tell me anything about the merch collab because then I'll go try and find it. What are you using for face capture? This is VC Face. And just Logitech C922 I have on my desk. Getting message deleted, loser. Exactly. Yeah, VTuber stuff is very interesting. I enjoy a new challenge always. But fuck, man, yeah, a lot of it goes over my head. Hey, Soda Cat, I'm not much of a talker. Ugh, I'm such a boomer. That's okay. If I consider playing VR chat, we will do VR chat streams in the future. And we'll do VR chat hangouts. We'll do lots of fun stuff. Now I have more art to draw. Pog. Speaking of art to draw, I need to get overlays because this is just like a not credited, horribly, I stole this image off Google background that I need to like properly credit. But I couldn't find any source for it. When I make VR build streams, now I'll do build streams just IRL. I'm still gonna do IRL streams in the future. Hit you up sometime for an overlay. You can if you have Twitter, just like shoot a message to my Soda Cat account. Overlay piracy, exactly. Yeah, I don't. This is like a generic outrun background, so I don't really feel bad about this. But like if I was like taking like a proper overlay shit, I'd feel pretty awful about it. You can make this background in 15 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Oh, hit you up on VR chat? I'm still figuring out everything as far as VR chat is concerned. You can't copyright the 80s. Am I studying? Am I going to college? Is that like the question? Because the answer to that is no. But I have a couple interests, I guess. Our background now, exactly. I've been mining a skull fossil. I don't know what you mean by that. You're trying to do real life archaeology and you're sitting here in my stream. Have I thought about doing a collab with other VTubers or streamers? Yeah, of course. I'll do one in the future, but I haven't like picked one out specifically yet at all.
I'm your one-size-fits-all favorite friend.
MIT Media Lab alum Soda Cat. God, I wish. I wish, so part of me wishes I went to college, but I'm sort of the mindset where it's like a coulda, woulda, shoulda. I can't really possibly ever know what that would have been like. Sorry, I was turning the... I have an OLED, so I was turning the brightness on my TV down. Kitty LTD. Thank you for the big tier 1 sub. College is a scam. I wholeheartedly agree. Would you have gone for a STEM career? Yeah, I would have actually... Specifically, I was looking at two things. Before like a lot of my life changed, I wanted specifically to do applied quantum physics research at CERN through Stanford University, and I was kind of set up for that. And then I had like a thing happen in middle high school, and I was like, you know what, fuck that, I want to do film. So I applied to a bunch of film schools, didn't make it into anywhere, and I applied to one college just like as a joke. I applied to NYU for their game design program, which is, I heard, is really, really good. And I got into that, and I decided just not to go.
I'm your one-size-fits-all favorite friend.
Undergrad film school is kind of useless in terms of actually learning anything. Yeah, the things they would have taught me are the things that I would have learned from YouTube tutorials and making films. Like, fundamentally, oh, you make films by going out and making them. Like, I think it's, if anything, entertaining to just contemplate possible timelines, if you will. Yeah, but like that's all they are. They're possible, but they're not whatever, you know. They're not realities. I wouldn't be successful if I was in college, you know. And I am successful now, and I now have the wonderful privilege to really do things like, oh, I can afford just building my own small film company for small scale productions. I can afford that just on a whim because of the life path that I've made it to now. Dr. Reaper 95, thank you for the resub for 5 months. Mwah. I'm going to college but because I'm dumb. I don't think you're dumb. I think you're poggers. How are the directorial projects going there? Still in the on paper stage. Because scheduling is hard. COVID makes things very, very hard. And I want more practice hands-on with a camera before I go, hey, let's do it. Let's do a scene, you know? I want more... I want to like probably film something indie before I do like a proper scene, like DVD for a website, you know? Because if I want to do a DVD for a website, I'd have to talk to... I'd have to get like somebody actually camera op for me and just be on a monitor in the other room. Would my films be adult films? Yeah, they would. Do I follow Jim Cummings? Never heard of him. Narrative fiction or strictly adult? I don't want to like give too much away, but a lot of what I'm doing is writing the line between the two. So I have a big problem with a lot of adult films in that there's two like paths I see, or two like general types of adult films. You have gonzo stuff where they're very much aware that they're in an adult film, and you have a feature. You have something that's a little narrative. And some narrative ones are better than others. Some narrative premises are lame and stupid, and I hate those. I hate a lame narrative premise, because at that point, just make something gonzo.
Favorite friend.
You
And
were
so-
part of the reason I finally started my transition.
Thanks for being awesome, D.
You're welcome. I'm not trans, by the way. But that's good for you. Sweet. Go ham. I never know what to say when people tell me like, "Oh, you're a big inspiration for my transition." Because like I'm not trans, and I only really was properly like, oh, super hyper femme for like maybe a period of like a year, 3 years ago now. I was like 19. And so when somebody says that to me, I don't know, I feel like they're idolizing a part of myself that no longer exists. But maybe what they mean is something like, oh, I sort of do what I want as far as like my gender is concerned. Like I just sort of like don't give a shit. And sometimes that's what people want. Sometimes that's all people need, to realize that it really doesn't matter to anyone besides you. You know? And if it doesn't matter to anyone besides you, do whatever you want. No need to be sorry or anything. Like I said, go ahead. Fuck it, go for it. Fuck it. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take the happiness strangers ascribe to you. Exactly. Yeah, maybe I give people courage to be more true to themselves. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, congratulations. This is Poggers. But if you're specifically talking about like, oh, feminine transition goals, there are much prettier super femme people out there. I was getting used to that red camera going. I was playing with it earlier today, taking footage of Persephone, and I love it. I need something to film. That is like the biggest problem that I have right now. Is finding a subject, because I want to operate the camera proper myself, me behind the camera. Well, I'm the only goddamn subject in this whole fucking room. So, what am I supposed to do? You know? Why'd you go with red over black magic? Specifically because of red code. Because I have a really powerful machine here. And red code raw is the encoding codec that they use. And it's really, really, really good. It essentially makes your ISO and a lot of your exposure settings like non-destructive and changeable. So, hey, you shot something at 800 ISO and you think that it's a little blown out, fucking bump that shit down to 400 in post. You can just do that. It's so fucking cool. The color coding on Blackmagic is asked to work with. No, it's great. You just have to use Resolve. Blackmagic has a really, really great... everything with color is really, really great through Blackmagic, but you have to use their pipeline. Once saw a film that was made by a guy just filming out the windows of his apartment. I guess. Thought about renting it out. I should do that. I should actually honestly rent it out. But I only have one 512 gig card. That's honestly a really, really good idea. Shit, that was my mistake. I was using Avid native color software. Try Resolve. DaVinci Resolve. It's made by Blackmagic, but it's also just a really, really, really great pipeline. Yeah, I'm sure that if I'm renting out a red Komodo to like people in my industry for like, hey, it's $100, you know. Well, no, I don't want to rent it out to film students. I want to rent it out to performers in my job. I think that's way more interesting. Because like I feel like my job doesn't really have access to a lot of high-end equipment. Like especially like look at like an indie performer that shoots their minivid stuff on like their phone, and they've got a 2-year-old thing, and they could. My girlfriend just came in through the door, said "I love you" with her hands, with like a scared expression on her face and went running away. Sorry. So I'd rather like make sure it goes to performers than film students. But that and like film students, I don't trust film students to take care of my equipment. And I have to get it insured and licensed to rent it out. And actually, yeah, I will have to get a license for that. How do you say that with your hands? Okay, so I can actually do it because I have hand tracking. So we do it like this. Where's my hand tracker? Like this. So you might go like, what is this? What does this mean? Like a cat? Exactly. So whenever Persephone is on top of my computer, which is right next to my door, and we walk past, she'll bat at us like that. She'll go at us while we walk past her. And so we started just interpreting that as her saying, "I love you." And so now we say, "I love you" by going. Ooh, 69 XT, thank you for the follow. We learned it from Persephone. Oh my god, 3 new viewers. Oh god. Gorte, Bears Boy. Oh jeez. What the fuck, you're streaming after all these years? Yes! I have returned. What's the point of having a Red camera? Red is the brand. RED. Yeah, I love my cat. She's great. She's a really, really good cat. I specifically got a Komodo. Reds are the cinema cameras. Disagree. The cinema cameras are Aries. Aries are the cinema cameras. Reds are the production cameras, where it's like, oh, you do commercials, you do cars, you do YouTube stuff. Oh yeah, you film on a fucking Red. You do short films, Red. You shooting Dune? No, you shoot that on an Ari. You shoot that on our Ari Alexa. You shooting Euphoria? Ari Alexa. LTC runs on Reds? Yes, they do. They have a lot of DSMC2 stuff that they run. Can either camera run Doom? Probably both can. Yeah, not a lot of like film productions run Red, but some do. It would be funny to shoot YouTube McDonald's reviews on an RE. You know, it's like entirely reasonable to do that. I mean, it'd be an expensive joke, but you could rent out an RE for like $2,000 and all the equipment that you'd need to actually shoot on it. Just one day and knock it out real fast. Is streaming games and stuff like that a side passion, or you hope you do it exclusively for a living one day? I've actually talked about that specifically. Like, let's say that you become the most popular boy VTuber in the world, and also your porn directing is really, really good and everybody loves you there. You can only choose one. Which one becomes your job? Which one becomes your hobby? And I think this would always be my hobby because I have a lot of fun doing it. But my directorial stuff as my job, I'm very passionate about the things that I want to create. So I think I'll always have that drive there, even if it becomes my livelihood. I noticed that a lot of ARRI Alexa footage is often softer, although sharpness depends on a lot of factors. Sharpness depends on a lot of factors. But ARRI Alexa footage does have a certain... It's kind of a softness. A certain filmic quality to it. And it has something to do with the softness of the image. I think it's because I couldn't point it out to you if I tried. Speaking of current vibes and synth, do you like Drive? I have never seen it, and I never will. Purely because I've gone this long without seeing it. So I gotta keep it up. Same thing with Seinfeld. Never gonna watch it, ever. Just because I've kept it up this long. So I might as well go my whole life and I'd die without ever watching it. What movies are your current favorites? I'm not good at picking favorites. And I have a lot of very different reasons for why I like X movie or over Y movie, or why I like this movie and why I like that movie. Have I watched the first Garfield movie though? I feel like I've watched it at some point. It's got Bill Murray as Garfield, right? I'm guessing Dune. I really, really did love Dune. Dune was so good. Watched woodworking projects on YouTube. I have watched plenty of those. Another Villeneuve directed. Yeah, exactly. Villeneuve based. That guy. Oh. Basically everything that he made. All right. Did you ever watch the OG Dune? The David Lynch one? Yeah. What a villainous director. Did you see the San Wormosi that Bad Dragon brought out? Yes, I have, and I still need to order one. Lynch Dune gets way too much hate. It's really bad. And it's distinctly not David Lynch. But I like it because it's weird and bad. But New Dune, I remember watching the review that Red Letter Media did, and their opinion was the New Dune is great, but it's so good that it's kind of less interesting to talk about than David Lynch's Dune. Wichita Gamer, thank you for the big Twitch Prime sub. But is it a bad movie? Oh no, it's totally a bad movie. Like the first 45 minutes, you're feeling it. I think the intros are kind of weird and doesn't really fit, and Princess Irulan is just sort of talking at the camera, and then you start with that fucking intro with the navigators, and it just throws you right the fuck in, and then okay, so let's get to learn Paul. Go take him to Arrakis, get everything established. Boom! Oh jeez, watch out! The Harkonnens, the Sardaukar, and that big set piece, and then okay, let's have Paul learn to be Muad'Dib, only for it to immediately go, oh shit, we've got 45 minutes left. Do it. Just do it. Do the rest of the book. and so it's just like lightning fucking paced, and it's like this weird like heroic they're riding on top of the sandworm, and they're like smiling like, oh, we're doing that, we're doing it. It feels like the new Star Wars movies. That's what it feels like. Opinion on Chinese food, it's pretty good. Did you dig Matrix Resurrections? Yes. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I gotta take a mad piss, but I'll talk about it when I get back. Let me take a pee. You ever just like half-mast and you have no idea why? You know what I'm saying? Borho 1. For some reason I'm subscribed to you. I don't have the slightest idea of who you are though. Weird. Do you play Smash or SM64 or something? I played some Smash Ultimate a while back. And you might have gotten gifted a sub then. You probably got gifted a sub somehow. It stops the P. Yeah, exactly. Are you into Marvel stuff? Not really. I don't like Marvel movies. I don't like the Marvel characters. I don't like Marvel, really, now that I think about it. Who do you think should play Fade Routha in the next Dune? Me. Me. Should be me. Most superhero films are boring. Yeah, I agree. Who is evil twink enough to play him that isn't Timothy Chalamet? Exactly, exactly. So you can't think of him. Oh, poggers. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Joker was great. That's not a Marvel movie. And not a superhero movie either. It's gonna be Tom Holland. No, it's not. No, it's not. Please don't say that. Please don't say it's gonna be like some nobody. I hope it's some nobody. Tom Holland would not work as Fade Routha. Maybe that's because like I'm so into the Jodorowsky's Dune Mobius concept art of Fade Routha being very bishonen, like being a gorgeous sort of feminine presence. Oh, Dune? A worm? A worm? A worm? Chris Pratt is Fade. Fuck you. I liked the coffee shop with Simulate, which Huskies are so camp and fun. Yeah. I really did love Matrix Resurrections. And that's not just because. So I talked about it the other day on stream, but my family growing up really liked the Matrix. Like really liked the Matrix, including the sequels. So I just accepted that the sequels were, I guess, good. Yeah, we were a Matrix family. And so the first half being very meta commentary up its own ass on purpose was so good to me. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, because I love like meta commentary. I love meta humor. I love meta everything. I love something that understands why it is what it is. Our parent company, Warner Brothers, have decided that they want to make a sequel to the trilogy, and they've informed us that they're going to do it with or without us. Like, oh my god, that's fucking Christ Almighty. Oh my god, can you say that? How'd you get away with that? But I like the Game Awards bit. Yeah, it was very strange because it really made it feel kind of real in that moment, where it was like, oh god, this is taking place now, right now. If you didn't watch it in theaters like right then when it came out, it really wouldn't hit as good. And if you watched it more than once, I feel like I kind of got in at the ideal time to really enjoy it. And then there's a whole second half of the movie that's a more traditional, oh, now we have a story to like actually do. And if you go into the movie not understanding or caring about meta commentary, or if you go into the movie expecting it to be a soft reboot of the Matrix, like, you know, it's sort of is the standard fare for nostalgia reboots or whatever, then you're really gonna hate it. You'll hate it. I've seen so many bad takes that go, oh, the movie didn't start until halfway in. Like, the first 45 minutes are awful. It's like the first 45 minutes are absolutely the best part. And then they're like, ah, shit, we gotta just like sort of, let's just fucking make a movie, I guess. Okay, we gotta save Trinity. Okay. Where it's like that's the reason it's so like dismissive and kind of really doesn't make a lot of sense is because it is a commentary on itself, you know? Would you shave your eyebrows for the part? Yes, I would. I would shave my 11 out of 10 eyebrows to play Fade Routha. Yeah, the whole time you're watching it and you go, oh, some people are gonna just not get it. It was very much either you get it or you don't. It's either gonna get too much praise or too little, or you get too much hate. Yeah, fucking, of course I'd shave my eyebrows to play Fade Routha. It'll take what? A month for them to grow back? My hair grows fast. Like, if it took like fucking 6 months for them to grow back, then I'd be like, oh, it would suck, but I'd still do it. If I could never get my eyebrows back, then that's when I would be thinking about, okay, maybe I won't do it. I've been told to hydrate. Yeah, at that point, I'd just get eyebrows microbladed. I'd get perfect eyebrows microbladed. And besides, they're wearing prosthetics. They're not shaving their eyebrows. Discord server? No. Microblading is when you rollerblade just a little bit. Prosthetic eyebrows. Yo, they've got like prosthetic covers over their eyebrows. It's just tape and makeup. Exactly. Vestigial eyebrows. Vestigial. We're calling back. Doing a little callback. That's how you win in improv. That's how you get the big cheers. That's a callback in itself. They really put people together out here like Mr. Potato Man. I really like the weird, unique look that they went for Gady Prime. It's not as unique and weird as the David Lynch one, but I think that's to be expected. Yeah, the Spider Gimp was weird.
Guess who's
I liked
back in
that.
town?
Coven Lord 1726362. Thank you for the big follow. What was that thing? I have no idea. I got a suspicious user held for reason, ban evader. Likely. Hey boss, Metroid Fusion is better than Dread. Count made 1 minute ago. Very cool. Said, hey boss, Metroid Fusion is better than Dread. I mean, that's a perfectly reasonable opinion. I don't know why they called me boss, though. Like, is that? Do you think that was gonna like piss me off? That's just like a perfectly valid, normal thing to say. I thought the Spider Gimp was an allusion to the Tlelahu. Listen, I like to pronounce Tlelahu like that. But I remember reading like or listening to an audiobook and they say Tlelaxu, and I hate that. But like if you're gonna start the word with tla, like the sort of Mesoamerican sound, I don't know what that specific diphthong is called, but I know it's like a Mesoamerican thing. Tlelahu, like using the X as an H would be really cool, because it's like, okay, that's another Mesoamerican. Tenochtitlan? How you say Tenochtitlan? Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. That's it. Oh, I can't do that one. Tlelahu is pretty good, right? Tenochtitlan. Toe-notch. It's not toe. It's te, right? Tlelahu is I think it's a really good pronunciation. I think that was that was fun. That's how I always read it in my head. But I'm from Southern California, so Mexico is just like Tlelahu. Yeah, Oaxaca. Yeah, like Oaxaca. Quetzalcoatl. 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 Oaxaca. From the sequels, therefore does not exist. There's Tlelahu in references in the first book. It's totally Tlelahu references in the first book. But it's just like as a galactic power, and that's it, you know? If you just finished it and you know anything about the Tlelahu, then of course there is. Huitzilopochtli? That makes sense. Like the wheat, it becomes wit. Huitzilopochtli. Pochtli? Huitzilopochtli. Yeah. Pochtli. Pochtli. I actually have a lisp on my S's and my P's. So giving me hard pronunciation challenges is just making me stronger. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. I actually, because I have a lisp, I think a lot about when I read things. I specifically like to get pronunciation right. It's very important to me, and I don't know why. And so whenever I get when I mispronounce something, I feel really bad about it. Petition to get Soda Cat as Fade in Part 2. If anybody has a, I gotta talk to Sam. Say, hey Sam, you know Zendaya. Tell Zendaya to tell Denny to get me on it, you know? I should bring it up next time we have a meeting. The thicket of thistle was thusly indispensable to the thudders and thitters of titmouses too. Tell me I'm ready to give up my eyebrows. I do love some ajolados. I love those little fuckers. I wish I could have them as pets, but they're not legal in California. Could be such a cool Blade Runner character. Blade Runner needs femboy representation. It does. It does. I reckon. Who's gonna play the Emperor? David Lynch. Well, they're super endangered. They'd be an invasive species if one got out in California. I imagine Ewan McGregor. That's a good one. Ajolados are fucking great. I love those little fuckers. The sixth sheep sick. I don't like that one. You know I can't do S's. I don't like that one bit. Apparently he has red hair and is older and looks pretty much sums up Ewan. Yeah, exactly. I think Ewan McGregor could do it. That would work pretty well. Time to go to the Oregon border and get him. Hold on. That'd be a good cast. Put me in it, Denny. Hit me up. You got my contact info. Hit me up, Denny. Come on. Try selling shellfish selfishly. Selling shellfish selfishly. Selling shellfish selfishly. That one. I don't like that one. Stop! I'm trying to be the Kyle MacLachlan of Denis Villeneuve's films. Toy boat. Airball. Catboy teeth.
Yum 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 yum.
Bad blood toy boat. Bad blood toy boat. Bad blood toy boat. Macaulay Culkin. Rickety ticketers tricking the belittling catcallers. Mario. There it is, baby. Macaulay, like a younger Macaulay Culkin could definitely do it. Bad Boy Teenagers Club, Bad Boy Teenagers Club, Bad Boy Teenagers Club. I'm not reading that. Composite Frylog, thanks for the follow. Michael J. Fox. You're just trying to get me to say the C word. Jean, next Red Letter Media guest. I'd do that. Why not? Liquid pistons blistering quick, blasting friskily betwixt the nexus? Haba. The C word. Catboy. Hababa. Habapatakata. Ba. Hababa. 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 Ba. That's essentially what I mean. This is the same tech to do that as this. That's why it moves around in that way. Is because all of the because he's just using his hands to control them. He's going ba 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 ba. He's just doing that. That's why it's the exact same piece of equipment. Galab go gab galab. Tax evasion. Let's go, baby. I actually don't commit tax evasion. That's like a common myth that sex workers don't pay taxes. But we do. We pay a lot more taxes than normal people do, in fact. Because we have to do it like we're self-employed, which sucks. It sucks. The self-employed tax, it sucks. It sucks so bad. Thanks, Crazy Hank. No, for the 20 bits. Tax fraud. Rick and Snorty. So I have fucked with Dolphin a bit to play Goblin Commander on the next stream that we play video games on. Paying taxes and self-employed is the worst. Oh yeah, it fucking reeks. Your femboy BF helps you commit tax fraud. Exactly. There's wares. Thank you for the big follow. Goblin Commanders unleash the horde. God damn, please! Please, Photonic, save those for when I eventually have something actually fun. I want to eventually set up like the bets, because I really love the bets, the wagers that people do. I want you to know that I went from 1,000,000 sneak bucks to 0 in one night. I gambled it all away. But I find them really engaging. I have a problem. I'm back to like 80k, but I need to start like properly gambling them again. I want you to know I only got to 1,000,000 because I went all in with 200,000 on a 13% that won. Mind Goblin. Dude, I actually got hit by that one when I was playing with my Destiny friends. So I had just come back. I hadn't played Destiny in a while, and they were like, hey, you want to do Vaults of Glass? Want to do vault? I was like, yeah, sure. And so I get in, right? You know, doing vault, whatever. Oh, so by the way, you got to shoot oracles in like a certain order. We'll call them out. Oh, once we beat Atheon, do you want to do the secret boss? I was like, yeah, sure. What's that? They go, it's called the Mind Goblin. I went, oh, what's that? Mind Goblin these nuts. In front of everybody. They got me with that in front of everybody. In front of all my friends. And I no longer support Luminous Clan, Aoterra. I'm going to tell Bungie to ban you. You are a cheater. No, that's not true. It's not true. He doesn't cheat. I don't know if you guys know anything about like the Destiny community, but those are my boys. Luminous. I played with Luminous before I did Adult Entertainment. Like that was my group. When I was doing Destiny more often than not. There was a common issue with Soda and Soto, like whenever we were trying to call out, like, hey Soda, could you come here? It's like, was that Soda or Soto? Who should be going over there? Jay Spears, thank you for the follow.
Guess who's back in town?
Playing with the same dudes for like 6 years. Yeah, like I have friends that really like I've just stuck together. I remember when you streamed something Destiny related, it was about staring at the sun or something. Yeah, it was the end of season event for something. For like season of the worthy or something. They're like, oh, the travelers coming back together. Whoa. And it's like, oh, we just sort of stared at it for like 3 hours. It was lame. Big yawn. You like Super Mega? Yeah, I like Super Mega. Do I miss Destiny at all? I haven't played it in a while. Do I miss it? No. Will I get back into it eventually? Yeah. Sigh. Current Destiny event can be completed in like 40 minutes. Probably, yeah. I'm gonna play Witch Queen? Yeah, of course. I mean, like, that game's been, like, in my life for 8 years now. So, like, I can't get it out of my brain if I tried. So, you bet your ass I'm gonna play it during Witch Queen. Destiny is based... No, Destiny is cringe. It's not a choice anymore. Exactly. It's just, like... It's wired into my brain now. I can't do anything about it. I got Skinner boxed. I got Pavloved, dude. You gonna play Darktide when it comes out? That's the 40k Vermintide, right? Were the bad guys in that? Is it Chaos Demons or is it Tyranids or what? I can't remember. Nurgle Demons, okay. Do you paint minis or anything? I haven't in a long time. But I used to paint a lot of minis. Molly Chun, thank you for showing up. Mwah. Yeah, it's pretty chill. It's low energy, but it is a skill and it does take practice, and learning new skills for somebody like me is both difficult and frustrating. Yeah, it is also a very, very expensive hobby. Very, very. It gets expensive quick. Nurgle has bigger titties than Slaanesh. They've basically unsexied Slaanesh, which is really lame. Like, Because Slanesh is a very, very good concept for a chaos demon, where it's like, oh, our hedonistic society of magical space elves fucked a demon into existence. You know, we sort of created this monster from the excess of our emotions in this dimension where emotion rules over everything. We have created a nexus of excess, which is really cool. And then, like, they just don't lean into that anymore. It's like, okay, they're like purple and they like have like cool claws or whatever. We want them to be about like excess of both pleasure and pain, but we're not gonna show anything sexy whatsoever. Yeah, it's like it just became crabs. It's like, come on, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. Voiceover Pete being a Destiny 2 player is funny, but it's so emblematic of like Voiceover Pete had this like weird instant rise to fame where he was making a lot of money and doing really well, and then everybody just sort of tossed him aside, and here he is trying to maintain popularity with a game that did the same thing. Chaos carcinization, exactly. Yeah, whatever the things from Hellraiser.
Do you like boba?
Do I like boba? Boba D's nuts in your mouth. Hey!
Nuts in your mouth.
God damn it, there it is.
Guess who's back in town?
Thanks for the $5, fucker. Sleepy Griffin, thank you for the follow. Oh, I didn't say it was gonna last a half hour. I said I was going live in a half hour. Did I say it was gonna last a half hour? Let me check. I said in a half hour. It says Cenobites. Those, it should be that, where it's like everything in excess, you know? Those are great. It's basically just that. Do just that. And it's like, they do nothing with it. I don't know. I guess it doesn't sell models. But it's like, that's so interesting compared to Primaris Spec Marine, you know? We have such taste to show you. Dunkin' Donuts, everything in excess. The fact that Cenobites are in Rick and Morty, that is sad. I didn't know that, but I know that they also just throw around the Hellraiser license, like whatever, you know? Any opinion on XCOM? I haven't played a lot of it. I've played a bit, and I like it. But I wasn't super into it. What is this? Oh! It's fucking... the sax! Oh! Oh! Kenny G. If it's more present in lore and fiction, it's just the minis that tone it down because kids, I guess. Yeah, but like the minis are really what it all comes down to, you know? There's good third-party mini. There's a really good, I think it's called Princess of Pleasure, third-party mini that's just gorgeous. Like, I just own it. Like, as a statue. there's a new tendency to completely neuter things of any sort of eroticism of sexuality nowadays. Yeah, I agree. It's like corporate content is so unsexy and user-generated content is always incredibly sexy. It's very interesting to me. Where it's like the moment that you have individuals in control over content, it immediately becomes all sex because there's zero sex in corporate aesthetic. The gap is wide as fuck. Yeah, like look at VTubers where like a lot of girl VTubers specifically have big boobas and thicky thighs. Snuffy's new one has thigh jiggle physics. That's great. But like then on the other side, look at like big look at Marvel movies. You got Scarlett Johansson running around in a leather catsuit the whole damn time, and it's not sexy. You got Captain America, he's fucking beefed the fuck up wearing his goddamn bulletproof armor, and he's fucking shredded, but he may be shredded, but it's not sexy. Everyone is beautiful, but nothing is sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's zero sex appeal, but they put so much emphasis on beauty and aesthetic. But it's all for nothing. You know? The sex lives of college girls is a pure Mormon child's idea of sex positive college girls, where it's like, oh man, I'm gonna go have unprotected sex. Oh, listen, hulkcock.gif is great. Yep, that's specifically what me and my friends call it. Well, that's all we have to say. It's a good gif. It's a classic gif. Classic gif. Classic. It's a classic. I got big hands. America's just hella Puritan because of the religious history of the culture. Violence is okay, but not horniness. There's more than just that. It's a current culture thing. It's not like a history thing anymore. It's like sex is seen as the enemy of corporatism in general. You know? Sexuality is inherently an expression of the individual, which goes against everything that a corporation represents. A corporation doesn't represent individuality. It represents a kind of amalgam, you know? Yeah, The Rock's a buff, hot eunuch. Exactly. That guy is jacked, and nobody's gonna say he's unattractive. And yet, he's not sexy. You know? So I've always seen the modern media and corporate landscapes take on sex as being detrimental no matter what. It is a liability. The only exploration of sex that there should ever be is as a taboo. In the current landscape. I don't agree with that, but that's just what it is. Exactly. Well, Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones is really good because that was 40 years ago, man. Different landscape. Entirely different media landscape. 40 years? That's 40 years. Yeah, like there's a weird sexy vanity shot of Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park where he's just like shredded, you know? And it's a sexy shot. Or I read an article by my friend talking about specifically Alfred Molina in Spider-Man 2, So I think that was like the last sexy villain. It was like 2004 or whatever, whenever Spider-Man 2 was. But he's not a traditionally attractive or super handsome individual, but just the way he played the role and his outfit and demeanor, he has this fucking leather trench coat on, steel girdle, and man boobs out, just fucking out, and he's just confident about it, you know? That's sexy. Henry Cavill is sexy in The Witcher, but I feel like that's purposeful, you know? But he's not like super sexy. I can't like specifically think of like a scene that really went, whoa, hello, you know? But yeah, Henry Cavill is much sexier in real life. I don't remember is the bathtub scene in season 2? Because I haven't watched season 2 yet. It's in season 1. I don't remember it. We did binge it, so. Which is not the way to watch anything. You know, it feels like shit to binge stuff. Just don't. You come out of it not remembering anything. Henry Cavill is much sexier building a PC. I agree. I reckon. I'm not into guys, but Henry. Hey. You play Custodes, right? That's so based. I have some Sisters of Battle. Could you give me some painting tips? Anyway. Is that a Gunslinger reference? A Dark Tower? I haven't thought about Dark Tower or Gunslinger in a while. But I don't think I made a reference. Did I make a reference there? Oh, like a Dark Tower, something shoot with your dick, not with your heart or whatever. No, I said I reckon. Custodes players suck? No, Custodes players are based. No, Custodes painters are based. I don't think I've met much Warhammer 40k players in real life. Besides, like, the ones that I'm already friends with. I've never, like, gone to a game store and, like, said, hey, what you playing there, buddy? Oh, Custodes. Yeah. It's pretty... You think, would you consider it based or cringe? What? I don't know why it's like he's like a gym jocks. Why is my local game store a gym? I do not kill with my gun. That's it. Something. Shoot with your dick. Every Custodes player I've met is just mad their single model can't one-shot my army. It's true. Some magic and way. Exactly. I cast Fist. I'm not into guys. I'm not. Can you hydrate with milk? I have some milk in the fridge. I can make some chocolate milk. It's actually in the lore. I can't lose. So, actually, I don't wanna leave yet. My drink is still got stuff in it. But when that goes, I'll go mix up some chocolate milk. I have cum in my eye. You're just gonna make me drink my whole water bottle so that I load. You're just trying to get me to leave at that point. Yo, what's the deal with like you laugh you lose videos or reaction stuff being like, God damn it, hydrate, 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 hydrate. Strawberry milk is better than chocolate milk? Yeah, if you're a fucking loser. Got him! I'm not a Germa male. I'm not a Germa male. Strawberry milk is pog? Yeah, if you like bad things. Ooh! Need to see about keeping a mini fridge in your streaming room. I'm gonna eventually redo my whole streaming room. Because as much as I love the LG C10 or C1, CX, I think they changed the name like 3 or 4 times. As much as I love it, it's not really, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to stream on. Because I can't put a camera above it because it's so fucking big. Snow 21X, thank you for the big follow. Chat, I am not a Germa male. Oh, I can hear Persephone meowing. Do you guys wanna I hear her? Let me get her. Come on. Meow, Persephone. She won't meow. She honked. Does that count? You can hear her? Okay. Okay, now I heard my girlfriend call for me, so I gotta do that. And then I'll get some chocolate milk. One second, chat. Now I gotta pee. Oh, that's something I gotta do. Color transparent. That's not. Hold on, hold on. I can get a better one. I can get a better one. There's not a lot of good transparent images of chocolate milk. I want you to know that I'm going to actually carry it in this hand so that when I sip it... Okay, here we go. You ready? That's not quite right. It's really good, though. This was a good idea. Have I played Inscription? I have not yet. That one worked. I did not like when I drank the last of that chocolate milk. I got possessed by a demon. That was the demon of the chalky milk, dude. Okay, I drank all the chocolate milk. Did you neck the whole thing in one? Yes. I didn't make like a ton of chocolate milk, and it was really, really good. I hope someone at least got the clip of the chocolate milk, because that was good. I think that was funny, right? I'm funny. Please agree with me. Please tell me I'm funny. Please, I need praise. My ego must be stroked and jerked until my ego comes. Didn't sound like chocolate milk. Yes, you are funny. Ah! I think I'm gonna be like okay with sex jokes from now on, because sex jokes are funny. Sex jokes are funny. I just don't want somebody saying, "Oh, you want me to fucking lay down the slaw on you, baby? Yeah, yeah, Ella, you want that?" No, no, I don't want you anywhere near me. You're gonna get a letter from my lawyer. Hey, you're pretty funny, but looks aren't everything. You want a sip? Here, have a sip. I gotta get rid of it. That's not real transparency. What the fuck? I was bamboozled. What am I supposed to do with this fucking thing? Hold on. If I... Have some chalky milk. Wait, hold on. Here. Have some chalky milk. 'Cause you're epic. ¿Quieres? We need hold on. I know what to get. I know what to get. Tools, color, transparent. No, I need the old one. There's no way. I need the transparent. Is that transparent? I could totally mask that and make it transparent in the future. Oh,
Guess who's back in town?
that's Halo 4. It's Call of Duty. Lame. All right, so fine. I'll get the one that just clearly has the label on it. Oh, dude, Charged Berry Blast. There we go. Here you go, bro. Cheers, bro. Go. Oh, I'm a gamer. Bring out the bagged Californian milk. I used to have like in elementary school we had bags of chocolate milk. Hold on. Whoa. Chocolate milk bag. They look like can I just like drag an image into the scene? Can I just like do that? Okay, it won't let me. Hold on. Image. I just said that, and I just drag it into that. No. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it at all. Game fuel. Fucking get rid of this. Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. I don't want to like monitor capture because like all my windows are. I don't. Oh man, I gotta figure this out. I gotta save the image, I guess. There we go. And they look like this. And you'd have a little bag of milk. And you'd stick a straw in the side. You go like... And you drink the bag of the milk. And that's what you did. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have library paste? Because this is one that apparently was just me as a kid. Library paste. It's like, okay, calling paste or glue, like the cornstarch glue that you make, is calling it paste is pretty normal. But we called it library paste. Right? Did you guys call it library paste? Well, I looked into this.
Guess who's back in town?
Library paste is like, it's like a glue. But it turns out that they haven't called it library paste for like 200 years. Like the last time they called it library paste was like, Sanford's library paste. All kinds are always ready for some kind of pasting. In 1908 was the last time they called it library paste. But that's what we called it in my elementary school growing up. And like I was like, okay, no, like library paste is like a thing, right? No, that's a thing. Right? And then I look into it. This is like the last known usage of library paste. Like, what is that? That's from like 1900. This is like Reconstruction era. Where did I grow up? What school did I go to where they called it library paste? Anyway, library paste and Mountain Dew game sponsored by Mountain Dew. Yeah, take a mad sip, Brokage. This kind of looks like too good sometimes. Like that. It kind of sells the effect. That is weird. This kind of sells the effect, right? Is it just me, or does this kind of look like my character is holding a can of Mountain Dew game fuel? Here you go. Have a sip, bro. Cheers, Brokage. Yeah, I positioned it perfect. It's the shape, okay? The chalky milk is like rectangular. Dude, look, I'm Spider-Man! Whoa! I'm holding it up with one finger! Dude, I'm so strong. The can matches Soda Cat's colors. That's why I picked this color. It's Berry Blast, thank you. Pink. I got a fart. That picked up on camera. I should have muted. I just committed a Germa sin. Sniff. Someone clip it. God damn it. Oh, God. I'm a really gassy individual. I feel like I should start selling my farts in jars. Because I'm really gassy. I'm a gassy little boy. I fart up a storm. And I did just drink so much chalky milk. And I'm lactose intolerant. I blame you guys for that. Someone go to the hospital for that? Yes. She drank like 3 protein shakes and black bean soup, and it turns out she had like horrible gas problems. It's because you slurp so much fucking air. Why don't you slurp this, pants grab? Lactase pill time? I already took one. One jar of fart is two axolotls. Why would you clip that? Drinking away my fucking problems, dude. It's just like she doesn't even fucking care about me, man. It's like I simp every single day of my life, and this is what I get. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like I try really hard. Right? What's the point? Sag. Okay, so that's enough of that. The sad face makes me feel sad. It does something. I accidentally farted on stream, and I decided to act sad. Does Belle Delphine ever even exist anymore? She has all the money she could need. She doesn't have to do anything. Empath spotted. Me as an empath walking into the funeral and feeling sad. Executed. You got order 66th. Act sad. Listen here, Buster. Whoa! I'm like Spider-Man. Look, not dropping it. Not dropping it. Yeah, I figured out how to add like props to my character. So this is just like a PNG, but I put it in like the perfect place, and now I don't want to take it off. Do you reckon there were more important orders for 1 through 65? Sorry, I had to mute my mic for an undisclosed reason. One hand on the Mountain Dew. Order 4. That one's on speed dial. This is epic. Epic for the win. That's gonna be my catchphrase from now on. We should start like bringing back catchphrases. We should all have a catchphrase. Like whenever I do something that's like cool, we should have a catchphrase. I hope you guys know I'm being cringe on purpose here, because I feel like people who don't know me and just walked in going, "Oh, Ella Hollywood, you're so beautiful," are entirely expecting me to be like that. I'm doing it on purpose. Why I order? Hairball. We should all have like a catchphrase that we all say like yeah. Now that's an epic gamer move. Like whenever I get like a cool kill, like a cool snipe. This is real.
Guess who's back in town?
Trenton Yeager, thank you for the follow. It's pizza time. There we go. Yeah. That's my tomato. Drink this. Something pose law. Parodies of extremism are indistinguishable from actual extremism. Zooey mama. Yeah, there we go. I would start unironically saying Zooey mama, because like it comes back around and becomes really funny. Zooey mama. Like imagine like you're watching a fucking tournament, right? You're watching fucking Ogre 1 and Ogre 2 on fucking Reconstruction, whipping out the big snipes. So he gets the grapple hook, he fucking goes up into the sky, shoots to the air, 360, bang, no scopes a guy, and he goes, Zooey mama. Like at that point it becomes fucking hilarious, right? See ya, Kobe. Ooh, he's got the guitar. You gotta stream learning how to play the guitar. I couldn't even like unironically say. I couldn't even like ironically say what you just typed in chat. I couldn't even like bother. Ooh, instead of bottom sample text, that's a pretty good one. You know, that was actually like when I was first trying to figure out usernames that I really liked before I settled on SodaCat. Sample text was my favorite. I really like sample text. It was sample txt, which I think is really cute, but it was taken on most platforms. I totally would have settled for that though. Like sample text is really cute, in my opinion. It's because I learned how to edit in Sony Vegas, and so seeing like sample text across the screen in Verdana is really funny to me. Like hold on. Let me just do something real quick. Something I gotta do real quick. Okay, ready? Ready? See, it's funny. See? Just stick it to my forehead. Hold on. I can figure this out. I can figure this out. I have to make something in Photoshop real quick. Photoshop. God, I never fucking opened this program. I have no idea how to work Photoshop. Like, at all, dude. Oh, God. Create new. Default. Oh, God. Untitled 1. Here we go. Let's go, baby. And then we're gonna... How do I make it transparent? It's on a white background. I don't want that. What if I just delete the background? Okay, hold on. Layer, new layer. Okay. Okay, so now if I... Okay, now we got one layer with transparency. We're gonna type a horizontal type tool. We're gonna type Control A, sample text. We're gonna do that in size 48 font and in Verdana regular. This is gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. I found a link. Is it transparent? Because that's important. That's important to this whole joke. Fuck, how the fuck do I crop? Okay, there we go. Okay. File, export, quick export as PNG, untitled 1.png. Wait, shit, I should have done it to my desktop. Quick export as PNG, desktop, untitled 1.png. This, add. That was so worth it. That was so worth it. This is so funny. Anyway. Use a coupon at the joke store? I think that's funny. I'm keeping this prop. One captcha, no whammies. Wait, Cosmic Owl, is this one actually like good? Okay, I'm clicking the link. Oh, it's in Comic Sans. It has to be in Verdata. No one understands me. My life is full of darkness. I am but alone in this world. Comic Sans is the low effort font. I actually really like Comic Sans because I have dyslexia, and it's specifically weighted to help with that. So I find it very readable. Oh, I can just click it to hide them? Hold on. Oh wait, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that then. I want to like get it. Get it. There we go. That's good. I think that's pretty good. And then plus I can do this. OBS doesn't vector-based graphics. I'm a comic the way she on my sands. I want you to think about what you just said. Was it kind? Was it helpful? Was it thoughtful? Opinion on California's flag? It's pretty base. It's got a bear on it. Sans Undertale! I don't think I've ever talked about this, but my favorite form of humor is when me and my friends start doing really, really bad impressions. And we start just like riffing on stupid characters meeting one another. Like, oh my god, Peter, that's Sans Undertale. You know, like that's funny. It's really funny to us. Like Scoob. I can't. Since I lost that middle part of my register, I can't do Shaggy anymore, but I used to do a really good Shaggy. Like Scoob. I can't do it. I can't. Like Scoob. I can't. Like Scoob. Oh my god. That's so frustrating. It's like the middle of my register. I'll get it back. Yeah, I hope so. What if Markiplier met Bill Cosby? Exactly. Like, why? That's a really, really funny hypothetical. Ricky, the rats are regal.
Homer. Homer, you said the N-word. There's no coming back from that. Homie, that's Peter Family Guy. You can't come back from that. It's all over. We have to move out of Springfield now.
But merge. Merge.
Oh my god, Homer, is that Sans Undertale?
Marge is disturbingly good. No, it's not. You're a liar. I like the impressions people do where they go and do an impression. It's just one person just shows it.
Oh my god, that's Quagmire. Homer.
Guess who's back
Help
in
me.
town?
Homer, look, it's the cat.
Homer, look at Surf Jack Tito.
Merge. Hey, what's up? Surf Shack Tito. Ah, reminiscing. It's disturbingly good Morge. Morge is the name of this character that I'm voicing. It's not Marge, it's Morge. Hey, little cuz. It's like halfway between Marge and Yoda. Exactly. Morge Sampson.
Homie. Homie. Homie.
Large Marge. Dude, remember that part in Pee-wee's Big Adventure when like he's driving or he hitchhikes and there's like there's Large Marge the trucker and she starts telling the really scary story. It was a night just like this. In fact, it's the anniversary of that same night and I saw the worst wreck you've ever seen. And like then she starts talking about the car accident that she saw. And then she says, when they finally pulled her out of the wreck, her face looked like this. And then it goes into like claymation, and it's just fucking horrible. I want you to know that scene gave Lost like a horrific fear of claymation. Like she hates claymation, and I remember it freaking me out as a kid, really bad. And then I remember that it's a Tim Burton movie, and that makes a lot more sense. I love that movie. I've been told I have a lot of Pee-wee energy, you know. Ah! 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 Sayonara! Oh no! Dude, Stamper lost his fucking mind. Who do you think could play the new Pee Wee Herman? I want it to be me. It's not for sale, Francis. My bike. I have a lot of Pee Wee energy. Pee Wee is SpongeBob. That very like why is this an adult? Is this an adult? Very childlike, but just completely independent for some reason. Yeah, him and Shad both went down really dark paths. We talked about Shad yesterday, where it's just like, oof, that's sad and dark for both of them. It's good to see that like not all of the Newgrounds kids went insane. Like Chris O'Neill's he's out there just doing something. Zach Hadel has a fucking cartoon on Adult Swim now. Can't wait to see that. Marge and her mother got shot at by a plane when they went to look at a... Oh my god. I haven't seen... I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of The Simpsons, ever. I want to see your Pee-wee-esque screenplay. Oh. Oh, I would love to do an adult film with the same energy as Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel. You don't want to get mixed up with a guy like me. I love it. He didn't expect Psychic Pebbles to be the one that turned out sane. I love Psychic Pebbles so much. His improv, like just on the spot thinking is really inspiring to me. Pee-wee's Clubhouse parody. The thing about porn parodies in me is that I'm very much of the camp where I do not like, oh, what if... I tweeted this the other day, but it was like, what if Master Chief and Cortana fucked? I find that so lame to me. Like, it's so... Oh, God, whatever, dude. Like, it's just so fucking... Scene 1. Open to a shot of a theater in Sarasota. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good bit. That's a good bit right there. Also, going back to that, I think we did Pee Wee Herman too dirty for masturbating in a porn theater. I think that's perfectly reasonable. What else are you supposed to do there? Pee Wee's Big Adventure is already the title. Exactly. But what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, the porn parodies. They like totally have this, oh, let's just like dress someone up in the outfit, when it's like, why would you do that when you could take a world, parody the world instead? Less of parody and more of like, let's have this essentially fan fiction, but legally distinct enough, you know? Yeah, it shouldn't just be cosplay sex. Paul Rubin's gonna have a cameo. God. The Justice League ones were dope costume design wise. Well, you can just buy those costumes online. Yeah, make an original. Just use the setting. Like, the setting is what makes it, you know? Like, I was thinking the other day about, okay, what if I wanted to do Halo? Because Halo's in my mind right now. Halo's really important to me. I love the aesthetics of Halo. I find it very toyetic, which is one of my favorite words. Halo has a lot of opportunity for that, where it's like, okay, what characters could we play with? Well, we could have a military setting, so we have power structures to play with. We have science fiction, power armor, body augmentation. So let's have a female Spartan, 7 foot tall, or as tall as we can get a performer, and a male ODST camping out in some spot in the ring. They're left out there on their own to their own devices, constantly calling for, doing distress calls, SOS, and no answer. You know, they realize that they're alone out there, camping out in this desolate part of the ring. It's beautiful, but they are just alone. And after like a week, you know, she starts to drop the commanding officer and is just protective of him, you know? Exactly. Like, there's a lot of reasons for these characters to bone beyond, oh, good mission, sir. Mind if I suck you dry for your job well done? It's like, that's so lame to me. Like, give a reason for these characters to bang, you know? Like, I could imagine, I'm gonna write this out right here, just like, we're gonna riff together, because this one's like one that would cost too much money to make. We open up the radio chatter, you know, attempting to disengage. There's one on our tail, like the sounds of plasma gunfire hitting the side of a Marine air vehicle, and then a crash. We wake up as our dazed Marine with a big ass fucking gash on his head, getting dragged out of the wreckage of whatever he was flying our 7 foot tall Spartan out of. Their Spartan is dragging them by the back of the plate carrier, getting him out of the wreckage, still under fire. There's cameras shaking. It's hazy. There's noise to represent this character's point of view. That Marine is Johnny Sins. I'd have Johnny Sins play the Marine, just like as a thing, but I don't think Johnny's doing pro stuff anymore, and this would be a pro shoot. We wake up maybe a day or two later. The battle's calmed down. Our Spartan is setting up camp, you know? gore in the start. No gore. It's just he's getting dragged out. You know, I'm getting you out of here, soldier. Don't give out too much. Somebody might steal it. Bold. That would be fucking... If you can do it, go right ahead, buddy. They're at a camp. She's setting up camp. You know. Basically, they're all quiet now. No radio chatter. Battle's moved elsewhere, but it seems we're still losing. Zero chatter on comms. She says, we're gonna be here a while. You better rest up. Let's have a reason for our ODST to look for a relationship. Maybe they're talking back and forth over the campfire over the next couple days. Maybe he says something like, you know, I had a honey back home. Yeah, she left me for her high school sweetheart. Like something like a reason for us to feel protective of this small ODST. Yeah, can she be a sniper? That could totally work, you know? We're making an ODST dating sim. Exactly. Somebody got glassed on Reach. I would say something more like her leaving him, and so he goes, okay, I don't have anything of value here. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make value for myself. I'm going to go save the human race. I'm going to go save humanity. And now here I am, alone again, stranded on some alien, I'm going to say alien world, to make it legally distinct. I'm not going to say some fucking ring. And I'm alone again. And our Spartan character, well, you're not alone. She's there, doing everything she can. Exactly. And maybe this is the time that she takes off her helmet for once. It's been 3 days she hasn't taken off her helmet. There's a river down the thing. You can take a bath. Get the BDUs washed. I'd want it to be like, oh, she's protective of him. We can have a reason for them to be fucked, to fuck that. We can have, oh, maybe it's just like a pretty carnal attraction thing down when they're bathing. Yeah, helping clean his wounds. That could work. Oh, but I'm not confident in the ability of adult entertainers to be able to sell that. Plus, I need to talk to prosthetics and makeup about that. And you're not allowed to show blood in an adult film at all. It's a big no-no. I mean, you can have a head bump, head scratch thing, but you can't have like, oh, this guy's got a wound, you know? You can't have that. I can't say it's an art film because then I have to pay people for SAG rates. Wait, are there adult films that actually use cosmetic prosthetics? Yes, there are. They're not very common, but there are. Yeah, so plasma damage, so it already cauterizes the wound. Maybe they're just like, she's just bandaging him, you know? I think, okay, let's lean into that. Or maybe they realize that, wow, they're not gonna get any help out here. It's just them. The last two members of the human race. That's a reason to fuck. No, there's plenty. It's so good. And then, you know, just after post coitus, a ring hits the communication, or like a ping at the communication tower that they set up. You know, hey, we won. Flying down to pick you up now. And she immediately goes back into commanding officer mode. That could be cute, you know? It'd be cute. Goodbye, Lily. Thank you for joining. Pokey Ears, thank you for the big follow. Aiden Stream 66. Zach Dan 1203. Thank you all for the follow. It's important that I don't see the thing with doing these sort of stories is that I'm thinking of them from like a point of view of, okay, so yeah, he tore his ACL running away from the brutes would work in smut, you know, it would work in fan fiction. But in this, it's like I need it to be as much as I can do with just 2 people, you know? And it's like, yeah, sure, I can film a scene of him running away, but I don't want a scene of him running away because I really want him getting dragged out of the wreckage of their crashed Pelican or Falcon or Wasp or whatever, you know? I think that could work really, really well. Yeah, let's not talk about this unless it happens again. See, it's cute. It's cute. I'm telling you, that's a good idea. I would need to talk to some EVA foam designers, and I need to find stars that I like. So I would need a shorter male star, someone like 5'7", and I would need a taller female one, someone like 6'3", you know. And that'd be kind of difficult to find. Is Rocky Emerson still doing one? It'd be better if you had figure props to play with while you explain, make them kiss. I don't think you guys understand. I used to make Lego stop motions when I was like 11, and me graduating to doing this is essentially just the same thing. I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just making Lego stop motions again. Yeah, I know the one. Natalie Chen, right? Hers is it's so gorgeous. And so, but I'd have to like talk to her and go, hey, would you be willing to make like the thing? I can't have it be based on actual Halo armor. And she, as far as I'm aware, she does purely ODST. And it's like, I would need it to be. You're thinking of 501st Kafka? Excuse me?
Actually,
Just get the helmet to be funky. Well, no, like think about like for our Marine or our ODST guy or our little guy. She's made Spartan before? Okay, well that works. The Halo peeps? Who the fuck are the Halo peeps? 405th? That's cool. There's a one but for Halo peeps? That makes sense. That entirely makes sense. It basically just groups but for they're power armor furries. You know, so furry but for power armor. Dude, I'm so mad. I ordered like a beautiful set of cosplay ODST armor from somebody who actually had like actual good pictures of it. And every time they tried to send it to me, Russian Customs took them. And so he just refunded it. I got the helmet though. And the helmet looks great. But it makes me wish that I had the full set, knowing how good the helmet looks. So yeah, I could talk to Natalie Chen. I would have to find a very tall female performer. And a very short male one. What was the armor? It was Mandalorian. Custom armor is just that scam city, I guess. It wasn't even ghosted. They just like disappeared. Yeah, I have to sell the size difference. That's important. And she needs to have a fat Mondo juicy turbo ass. It's important. I know all the Halo power armor fuckers out there.
Guess who's back in
They need that. It doesn't work without that. It's not the same thing without that. Halo Reach dumpy. Yeah, exactly. And abs. Don't forget the abs. Yes. Yes. So I need a 6'3" plus female performer with abs and a fat ass. Well, yeah. At that point, I'm just making up a person. This person doesn't exist. Also, they need to be able to act. Helmet stays on for some scenes. For all the start, yeah. It's a time-shifted Amazonian fantasy. Exactly. This is just like making my ideal scenario at that point. It doesn't work. Brimok 4, thank you for the big follow. I have a lot of other ones. Like I was thinking, I made jokingly went, just use force perspective, Kappa. Force perspective would really work until I have to have them actually have sex. Like it could really work until that moment where they have to interact really close, you know? Force perspective to make one look 7 foot tall and make one look 5'7". That would be pretty based. That would be pretty good. I feel like once I'm whipping out like force perspective though, that's one that I can't like just jump right into. That's when you get Weta Workshop. Yeah, exactly. IMS. Based.
Based. Cringe. Based. Cringe. Cringe. Based. Based. Cringe.
Howdy, gamer. Howdy. Erecting a dispenser. Yeah, so like I was thinking about other ones that I wanted to do as far as like parody is concerned. At this point, that's not parody though. That's pastiche. That's homage. You might have to use prosthetic muscle, torso, and arms for the Spartan performer. Well, at that point, the mass would be built into the armor. You know, where it's like, okay, well, if we want them to look like they have big forearms, just build it into the armor, you know? Wouldn't even have to do prosthetics at that point. That, and I like the look of the exaggerated lithe. Talking about out of the armor, that's not feasible for porn. Does she know a little Spanish? No. Oops, I tripped over the button. Oh, oops. Oh, that sucks. See ya. But yeah, I was thinking about like other ones that I want to do, and I was like, oh, okay, I jokingly tweeted out like Warhammer. They throw around their license. Can I just do 40K? No, I knew it was gonna get weird already. Nathan Fillion voice sounded like I want my male performer to have a Nathan Fillion-esque demeanor. That's why I was thinking Dante Cole, because like I feel like he can definitely play the wisecracking, like, yeah, it's fucking Nathan Fillion, goddamn space cowboy looking ass, goddamn, like he could totally do that. I feel like out of all of the people that I know in the industry, Dante could do that. But I was thinking it'd probably be just Imperial Guard plus female Inquisitor. You gotta remember from my point of view, like what would I want plus what would make sense. And while female Inquisitor and a guardsman doesn't make a ton of sense, it could happen in this world where there are billions upon billions of people. and like an Inquisitor breaking their faith in the Emperor could make sense, could be interesting. Yeah, and it would be pretty expensive to do Sister of Battle, as beautiful as it is. Imperial Guardswoman getting recruited into a Slaanesh cult. I don't want to do Slaanesh. I don't want to do Slaanesh. As much as I like Slaanesh in like the actual material, I feel like it would be too obvious. It's too obvious for someone to go, oh, there's a Warhammer 40k porn parody? Oh, Slaanesh. No! Because that's like not... When I think of the quote-unquote parodies that I want to make, it's less about, oh, let's just do this and this, and more about what are the core aesthetics and themes of this thing that I am parodying. Halo, it's like we have this really tall, powerful superhuman constantly protecting the little guy. It's like you could totally do a thing with that. Oh, with Warhammer 40k, what aesthetics am I looking for? Well, with like Halo, it's like, okay, we have the very grounded military, but it's futuristic. With Warhammer 40k, it's all about aesthetics, because in this grim dark future, it's like these aesthetics are what separate the quote-unquote good guys from the bad guys when they're all truthfully bad guys. So it's like, what can we play with here? These are the really, really interesting aesthetics. I don't want to waste them and go with Slaanesh, because Slaanesh has such an uninteresting aesthetic in the material. It's like Sisters of Battle, beautiful aesthetic. Inquisition, beautiful aesthetic. I mean, they're playing on real, actual things that have some heavy connotations. But yeah, like the militaristic look of the guardsmen and the very like exaggerated Inquisition look is just it's good. Power armor is such a good look. It'd be a shame to not use it, you know.
Guess who's back?
The real outer Talismans. Thank you for the big follow. So like Slaanesh is like so uninteresting as far as aesthetics go, and like other chaos is too difficult to do, where it's like, okay, at that point I'm working with prosthetics. Does that make sense for what I'm doing? It's like, no, I need to work with humans. I would love to do one with monsters in the future, because performers and viewers like monsters. They find monsters in adult entertainment very interesting, and it's an immediate like sale if you have like a weird monster thing, you know, like whoa, what's this? And it just piques that part of your brain, like curiosity. And yeah, it just doesn't make sense feasibly for me to just do, oh, okay, let's get a chaos guy with prosthetics, where it's like, nah. If I'm gonna do a monster thing, I already know what I want to do as far as a monster thing is concerned. And I don't want to spoil it, because it's definitely one that I will be doing within like the next 5-6 years. And I think it'll be foundational. You know, it's just very, very, very difficult. Requires a lot of people with a lot of passion. Team effort. It's a team project. Yeah, SFM Werewolves are premiere. I think I can't have them be too bestial for legal reasons. You can't sell that. It's not allowed. Guardsman tests out as Alpha plus Psyker. Inquisition tests them against Temptation. Ooh, that'd be fun. But like, if they're testing them against Temptation, why would they actually like? There's no reason for them to give in then, because then they'd fail. you know, and that means that you're a liability to the Empire, and they put a bolter through their head. Just doesn't really, you know. But monsters is a really, really, really good one. I can't have them look too bestial for legal reasons. I would need to talk to like silicon toy makers who make interesting, unique designs, and maybe do like a collab with that. I'd love to do Bad Dragon. Like, go, hey, can you make me, like, I'll draw up some designs. I'm like, hey, make a PP for this, and let us use it in this adult film, and we'll cross promote it on this and this and this, you know. I think it could be really, really interesting. They could test whether they still have control over their psychic powers when in an adult situation. Well, that's the thing, is that, like, that at that point, that doesn't make sense for the story. Where it's like, okay, well, at that point, you're really giving into the fact that this is, oh, do they do this to everyone? This is a porn version of this universe. I don't want it to be like in a separate porn version of a universe. That's so lame to me. I want it to be able to feasibly exist. And the thing is, when you test one guardsman for see if they can resist temptation by tempting them, well, then in this universe they obviously tempt all guardsmen, because it wouldn't make sense for them to do it to just one. So then this is a porn version of the universe, and it falls apart for me. This is like a specifically me thing, so like don't feel bad. I don't like calling it parody for that same reason. I'm essentially writing smutty fan fiction and filming it. But so long as you don't mention anything by name, because that's another important. Can't mention anything by name. Can't use any specific symbols. It has to just contain the core aesthetic. It's an adult fan film, exactly. Just contain the core aesthetic and tone. Could be logical to be part of an Inquisitor training. But then it's like, then every Inquisitor has to deal with it, you know? Why are you so passionate about lore-accurate Warhammer porn? I'm passionate about lore-accurate porn of all things. There are ring worlds other than Halo, but Halo is your first thought when you see one. Yeah, but like, at that point you're writing the line. If I have somebody in power armor that looks Spartan-y and I say they're on a ring, that's writing the line, and you can say, hey, this is infringing on our copyright, and I'm not doing that to Microsoft. I'm not doing that with MindGeek's money to Microsoft. That would get me completely shut down. Because you got to think about that. I'm doing this on other people's money, you know? I'm doing this on investment. For the most part. My first ones are going to be by me entirely. Which reminds me I need to set up a business banking account. No, I don't want to do Slanesh. Ree. Alright, I guess you're trying to say, hey, they're specifically trained against Slanesh cultists. But then it's like, I'm bringing in so much explanation for this, where it's like, okay, well now I need to explain that they specifically fight cults that serve under Slanesh. I can't say Slanesh. I can't say that. So what do I say instead? I could say the Prince of Pleasure, but that requires too much knowledge ahead of time, where somebody who isn't familiar with the source material could now not understand what's going on, and then it just becomes another parody. So you know. I think Inquisitor or female Inquisitor plus Guardsman is the way to do it. You know? Damn, you beat me to it. All right, well, it's been about 3 hours. My girlfriend asked me to get some food, so I have to do that. So I'm gonna let y'all go, if that's cool with you. I will stream either tomorrow, the next day, or the day after that. No, not on Saturday, because I'll get my wisdom teeth removed on the 8th. So I'll probably stream on Friday. Yeah, we're gonna get food. See you, Gameboys. Let's do Friday. Goblin Commander. Unleash the Horde at 5. Goblin Command. We're doing it. And I'll see if I can get Wigan. We can figure out net playing so that Wigan can join. And I'll ask if he'll be available then. Let's see you, Gameboys. Cheers.